with me. You got that high. You can cook or you can drink. You free to say we don't care what they think.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode with your girl Abiola on Life with Ola. Today we're going to be talking about confidence, and who better to bring on the show than my friend Samuel. Yeah, gonna introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Samuel Francisco Figueroa. I'm from Maracaibo, Venezuela, and today I'm in this random show that I was requested to be on. So, good.
I struggle with confidence. I used to.
No, you're not.
Yes, I did. I used to struggle with confidence.
Okay.
Used to, past tense.
Pasado pisado.
I think these are few things that have kind of helped me sort of to gaining confidence and being comfortable with myself and around other people. I feel like self-love is the very first thing people should have. So as someone that I see as confident, right? What is your fake it to make it words that you say to yourself? What are the things you've done to love yourself?
Okay. I don't necessarily think if you the term love yourself is very wide, very broad, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think the key to actually enjoy being with other people is actually it's very catchy, but being yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the first time that, for example, I met Abiola, I wouldn't be okay, I'm gonna be this random weird person that I always am. But it's at some point I just free myself, and that opens a gate of possibilities of okay, I'm actually giving me the opportunity to be as confident as I can be, or I'm just retrieving, containing myself of how I'm actually are. For example, Abiola, I think she's a very open, being surrounded with people that actually give you the possibility of being who you are. I think that's what works for me, because I don't feel judged.
Yeah, okay.
So the way that I think about loving myself, of course, the term loving yourself, it involves, of course, yourself. But for me, I think if everyone is comfortable of who I am, and I'm comfortable of what the person I am with, I think it's more easy for me to love myself.
That the whole thing you said about surrounding yourself with people who are adding and making you feel like yourself, it's something that I said, picking who is allowed in your circle, picking who's allowed to know about yourself, your business, and things like that. Because to me, if I have 5 people that know me, out of those 5 people, only 2 knows my business, and only 2 is allowed inside my head. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I feel if you want to be comfortable with yourself, you can't just tell every and anybody you just meet everything about you, because that just kills the whole confidence part of it, because it's just okay, I'm gonna just yap around and tell everybody this.
Yeah, and at the end you don't know who is always looking for making you bad stuff. That's why you have you have a very wide circle of okay, these are my actual friends, but none of I don't want to say they are not your friends, but not all your friends needs to know exactly 100% what do you think.
Yes.
Or maybe have some tiers or friends. Maybe it sounds bad, but at the end there's specific people that they need to know how are you actually feeling. There's just people that okay, maybe you're not comfortable with them yet because you haven't figured out okay, what's the type of relationship we have with them.
Yeah. So I have charisma on my list, which is basically how you carry yourself matters. So if you carry yourself as, I'm not saying over pride yourself. Do you know what I mean? Don't act
more humbleness.
Humility. That's the thing. That's key. But also know your worth.
Yeah.
You can be humble to an extent, but being humble to the fact where you like talk down about yourself all the time is don't be that humble.
Actually, I have it's a personal anecdote from me. I think on the past I used to like focus all the attention to myself, I will say. So for example, what I do actively right now, as soon as I have a conversation with someone, it's pretty much okay. I try to measure how much I'm sharing about myself and how much the other person share about themselves. So I'm actually like okay, I'm not oversharing and taking the dominance of the conversation and be like, okay, I'm actually interested in this person. So tell me more, asking more questions about the people. So you are not, you don't pass this thin line of overconfidence about yourself and become, I don't know what will be the word, but become a douche or I don't know that only.
Become like you're too proud.
Correct.
Being too proud is. Okay, you need to stop. That's where I draw the line.
Yeah.
You can know your worth. Like, okay, I know I'm great at math, right? I'm wonderful at math, which is a lie. But an example. Okay, let me give a more realistic example. I'm friendly with people. Let's say that, right? I can make friends with whoever I want to make friends with. But going to the extent of saying, if this particular high status person met me, they would instantly fall in love with me. Now, that is pride. That is where I draw the line for myself. And I would expect you guys to draw the line too, because it's just human to know that you can make mistakes. And I feel like making mistakes is also like, okay, if I made this mistake, that means I'm getting to where I want to get to. But if you don't make mistakes at all, you're doing something very, very wrong in life. And that is just something...
Like you don't learn from the success.
Exactly. Really. Being perfect all the time would always make you feel like, okay, I can do whatever, which is fine. But making mistakes, it's okay to make mistakes.
In order to know how high you are, you must be already low.
Okay, that makes sense.
If you never been low, how do you know if you are high? So, but something that you talk about, I think very interesting about humbleness and proudness of yourself will be, like you already said that it's very bad to be very, very proud of yourself. However, I think if you're very, very proud of yourself, or well, if you're not humble, okay, that's not good. But I mean, like for example, if you use it for the good, that's good. For example, if you are very confident about yourself and you use that confidence about getting other people towards out of their comfort zone, I think that's very good.
Yes, but making it feel like you're better than everybody else is what I'm saying is bad.
Exactly.
If social media is like your thing, where I love social media.
What's your average time on screen?
You don't want to know. And I am a big person on social media, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and all that. I would say obsessed, because that's basically my life. But to the extent where people's lives make you feel low, that's where you need to like take a break and be like, okay, let me cut myself some slack. I would do maybe then eventually like stop looking at other people's lives and comparing it to mine, because I used to do that a lot and it would make me so sad. I would cry. I would just think like, okay, my friends are graduating college. I'm here. I'm just still in college. Took a break and did all this, and look at my life. I am nowhere.
You cannot compare.
Exactly. I'm nowhere.
I have a very good point adding to your point about social media negativity. I heard yesterday that you are the average of the five closest people close to you, right? So if you surround yourself with just wealthy in mindset, very confident people, very proactive, okay, you are gonna become the average of those 5 people. However, if you surround yourself with just negativity, what you think you're gonna get?
Negativity.
And it doesn't have to be okay. It have to be people, but actually it adds on with social media.
Yes.
So, for example, if you see yourself like, for example, if you see on your Instagram page, on your For You page, a lot of people from graduation and you're still in college, you're gonna be comparing yourself with, okay, what am I doing wrong? When you could possibly not doing anything wrong, and you probably are not. The thing is, our mindset is programmed to be like, okay, just compare. Intuitively, we try to compare ourselves of what we are seeing on social media, when in fact, okay, we're just at our pace.
It's graduation season, you know? Everybody's graduating at this time. Anyways, I recently spoke to someone a few days ago, and she was telling me, this is a friend from high school. She was telling me, girl, have you graduated? And I'm like, no, I'm gonna graduate next year, because shit happens. And she's like, oh, that's her, that she had just dropped out from college. She just dropped out from college this semester.
Was she trying to make you feel bad, or just like?
No, I'm getting to the part where she was talking, and then she says, "Oh, I dropped out because people that we all graduated high school together have finished their degrees. Some of them already are having like full-blown lives, and her goal was to graduate this year, and by next year she would probably start her family, like having kids and a husband by next year, which is 22. By the age of 22 was her goal, and she just started college, and she's like, I gotta drop out because I am nowhere to my goal. If I drop out and go work at a local shop and save some money with my boyfriend, we could probably get married and my plan of having a family will start. And I'm like, that makes no shade to her at all. I'm very, very blunt with my words, and I am a very supportive friend. I would tell you what is right and what is wrong, but in like certain situations like this one, I supported her decision because that's her decision. It's not affecting my life. She's not trying to make me feel bad. She's just trying to rant to me and tell me what's going on with her. But on the other hand, it's like, why are we comparing ourselves with our friends? Or why are we comparing ourselves to our past lives? Past lives, we were dumbasses. Like, we were young. When I was 8, I thought by the age of 21, I would have been rich as fuck. Girl, look at me. I got 20 cents in my account. Broke as fuck. Lives and our friends, because if that's your friend, you should be happy for them. Never, like, you should never compare their success to yours, because they might have a different goal, you might have a different goal. Or maybe you have the same goals, but things happen along the way. You don't have to blame yourself. You don't have to blame anybody. It's just the way life is.
But let's be realistic. Like, you can actually measure, or you can see, okay, let's say that your friends are maybe 1 year or 2 years ahead of what your education level is. It's a fact, they are ahead of the game. The thing is, I think you don't need to see it as like, okay, I'm way behind, I'm shitty. I don't think, like,
exactly.
90% of the times, because there's 10% of shitty people in the world, 90% of the times they are gonna be like actually pushing yourself to actually make your pathway becomes way easier, because they already know what obstacles are in the way. So if they're already ahead of the game, you already have very supportive people going through your back, like pushing you to actually continue. Instead of like you are actually ahead of everyone and be like, okay, I'm alone in this shit, but I'm gonna do it.
Sucks, yeah. But you know what? The easy thing is just delete social media. Or you block them. Like, literally, just block them, for real. It's never that hard to block them. That block button on my phone, I click it all the time. Because I hate it. Stressing over things that makes no sense.
Well, I don't block them. I mute them.
Mental health. You need to take your mental health seriously, too. Like, if
Therapy.
we go to therapy here. Well,
I used to go.
I go to
don't
therapy
anymore.
here. I just had my last session this week.
Mhm.
Amen, amen. I'm not cured. I'm coming back.
Yeah, and I think mental health, like getting this very classy, like do exercise, like strengthen your mental health, like read a lot of stuff, but it's very classy because it actually works. Like keeping your mind on constant development, I think
Mhm.
empowers your other abilities in life. For example, I don't know, when you are just, for example, if you are studying long hours, like no matter how much you need to study, it's highly suggested to just at least take, I don't know, a 20-minute walk. So you can actually just free your mind, and I don't know, all these chemicals in your brain, they will like do something, and you will absorb more knowledge instead of you're just sitting straight for like 8 hours.
Yes. And drink water. You might think you're just depressed, but it might be dehydration.
Yeah.
So if you drink a lot of water, at least drink 3 bottles a day. It will work.
How many? 2 bottles of what? 1 liter, half a liter.
I don't know.
So
Bottles, like bottled water.
that's all. That's
It might just be dehydration. You think you're sad. Just saying. What are like new habits that you think people should pick up if they want to change their lifestyle? Like new healthy habits. Like
new healthy.
like
habits.
me, my new habit that I picked up is crocheting. Like you've seen it. I tried to look for something to start, and I go on YouTube and I search up habits, and the first thing that came up was crocheting, and I went to Walmart and I got crochet equipment, and I started crocheting. So what kind of habits do you think people should pick up?
Okay, I'm gonna lie to myself and to you guys because this is something that actually helped me for like 2 months, and then I stopped doing it because I procrastinate a lot. But for example, I had a daily reader in the mornings that it was like a leadership daily reader. That book was actually very inspiring because I don't like to read. It's not a secret. It's not my thing. I prefer podcasts. I'm a podcast guy. Reading 1 page, it's a little page per day. Actually, that will motivate you because it was a leadership book. That motivates me to, okay, I'm just gonna apply what I learned this day to my daily, to this day to see how it goes.
Mhm.
I think that was actually pretty good. Right now, what I'm doing, besides, I want to return that, but what I'm actively doing right now is just go biking. Like biking. That as soon as I'm feeling some anxiety, nervousness, or whatever it is,
Yeah, you got
if I go biking,
it's over.
it's over.
Bye anxiety. Just ride that bike.
That I will actually, because that's the thing. Like if you constantly keep improving yourself with new habits, like eventually you're gonna become God. I don't know, but something that keep your mind busy.
Yeah, and keep
But
you from thinking.
Yes, but in a good way, because there's a lot of substance there.
Have you ever felt like lost? Lost, like in
Lost,
life,
like
in life.
Frank Ocean. Yeah, definitely. I've been to deep places, I think.
So, for you, who was your go-to person to help you get out of that mind space?
I'll be selfish and I will say no one, because I tried with. I've been in dark spots in my life, very dark places, I think, on my mind, of course, and I was looking for an answer from different. I wanted someone to tell me the answer. I wanted someone to tell me, this is what you gotta do, this is what you're doing wrong, blah 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 blah.
That's it. You would never find someone
Yep.
to tell you that.
That's why I went to therapy, because I wanted my therapist to tell me
What the problem?
Yeah.
But
he helped me to find it through me.
exactly. But that's the thing. Therapy is not for them to tell you what's wrong with you. It's for them to help you figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it takes years, which I know it takes a long time for therapy to work on you, which even if it cures you or helps you, you gotta keep going.
I think as a therapy, maybe this is an out of context thing, but therapy is not where you're gonna get the answer, but you're gonna get the tools to find the answer through yourself.
So what is your advice to the people, and to me, obviously, time management and scheduling?
Time management and schedule. Oh,
Because I procrastinate everything in my goddamn life. So
every single med student I think will agree with me. Pretty much I don't have any advice for time management or scheduling, but however, when I'm struggling like very badly, what I used to do is just get a bunch of post-its and put on my wall. That's pretty much the straight advice that I can give. Like I just do like, okay, what are my deadlines? What I need to do each day. So I just put, I don't know, March 15. I need to do this, and that, and then the next day, the coming task for the next day. So of course I'm not gonna make them all. So if I don't make them, I just will put those tasks on the next day. Eventually you will have like a 1 meter long post-it, but like, okay, you actually know what's on your plate.
mm-hmm.
You then can decide, okay, what I'm actually unable to do it, what I'm able to do it, what I need to prioritize.
Mm-hmm.
Or like you have it ready, written down. If you don't have it written down, then you don't have it at all. Like you think it's on your mind, but then another assignment will come into the way, and then you lost.
Well, that's the end of the show for today. You already know, keep it cute and simple. Don't do too much on yourself. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment what you use in your day-to-day life to keep yourself going. And see y'all in the next